You are visible on the stream, and your character will be visible in the game, but your screen is not being captured because I only had room for 2 screens. I only have 1 Elgato. So, okay, so we are live, and so this is that's Matthew Bozarth, that's Lewis Mohr, that's Bryce Clark. We're all from Undead Labs, and these guys are huge into co-op games, and they all picked up Vermintide last week. Played it all weekend. And they came back telling me how great it was, and so I wanted to check it out, and they were kind enough to decide to come onto my Twitch channel and play it in front of me. Oh wow, my cameras are more out of sync than usual here. I wonder if I can adjust this sucker real quick. That's the same bad. Oh hey, Ian's gonna come in and check it out too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch while I eat lunch.
And my face is divided all strangely. So I'm gonna have to just lean over here and just hang out with Bryce. I'm on the Bryce side. So and there's Ian back there. Yeah, on the Bryce side of history, yes. Okay, so what are you guys doing? What is this game?
So we are playing Vermintide. This is the lobby where everybody meets up.
It's a tavern! Is it a tavern?
Yes, it is a tavern.
You meet your party in a tavern?
It's the Red Moon Tavern at that.
Wow.
Not to be confused with the Red Dragon Inn.
So Matthew here is playing the
Pirate?
Bright Wizard.
Oh, that's Matthew.
Yes.
The torch lady?
Yes, the Bright Wizard is kind of unique in that they have infinite ammo, but they will explode and die if they cast too many spells.
What?
Yes. They,
you have to keep an eye on that?
Yes. They kind of tell you about it. Not as much as they really should.
You mostly discover it?
Yeah.
You actually have to, like, instead of reloading with R, you actually hold R to vent. Because you'll start to, like, glow and...
If you vent, you take damage.
Oh. You do? I thought you only did if you were, like, way up.
If you're past the,
you take damage, but you don't die? Like,
yeah, so you have a heat bar, and if it fills up more than a third, you lose heat over time, and you can vent it to lose it faster. But if you've gotten past that tech mark and you vent, you'll take a small amount of damage. So the goal is to try and vent before you get over it, so that if there's a huge chaotic fight, you can use your whole thing, and then
hopefully not
die. And then switch to your sword while it just sort of cools over time.
Wow.
But if you go too far, then you explode and do a bunch of damage and die.
Okay, so then the screen that's above me is Bryce, and who is Bryce playing?
I'm playing the soldier.
What does it look like? Is that the guy who looks like a pirate?
Yeah.
Do they have a jaunty
like
hat?
A conquistador, maybe.
Oh, okay. I love the feathers.
Yeah.
So
stylish.
You can also look at your weapons if you hold Z. So I have a nice pair of shiny daggers here. You can also hold X and you can look at your character. So I'm playing the Elven Waywatcher.
Okay, yeah. So that screen over there that Lewis is facing, that one is Lewis's screen, and so he's got daggers.
Yeah. So
and what was the name of the class again?
It's the Waywatcher.
The Waywatcher. Okay.
So they're basically a scout. So this guy specializes in dual weapons, and then also
and watching ways.
Yes.
Now, is it watching ways or watching way? W-H-E-E-Y.
No, ways. W-A-Z-E. The traffic
way watches.
Gotcha.
Okay. So what do you want to do? Let's.
So is one of you in charge of this? One of you the host is making the
I'm the
decisions?
host. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So what mission do you guys want to do?
Should we start with a short one?
Sure.
Or should we start with the long one?
Yeah, we definitely only have.
Job is to be the guy who's like, get on 5. It's super clear right now.
Yeah.
I know it's unexpected, but look.
Exactly.
So let's do.
So I realized, by the way, in case any of our producers are watching, we realize that this is an important week on the schedule, so we are only going to take an hour. We are going to enforce that. This is our lunch break.
Yeah, unfortunately,
That's all
this
it
is a pretty short
Okay.
session.
Let's just do enemy below because that's basic.
The enemy below.
I'm not actually sure I've done this one.
Oh yeah, High Cadet reminds us that we also have to be done by 1 because that's when the backseat driver stream starts. So
yes.
No problem.
everyone should go watch the backseat driver stream.
So
don't want to be interfering with
Bryce, are you ready?
Oh, I am ready.
Okay.
Bryce the unready.
And then F3. Yeah, F3 is their
F3?
start. Yes.
Okay.
F2 to ready, F3 to start. Yeah.
When you got a PC, you can kind of do whatever you want, right? You
Yep.
get so many keys to choose from.
So the other classes that we're not playing as right now are the Witch Doctor and the Dwarf.
Nope, wrong.
What?
Witch Hunter.
Witch Hunter, sorry.
Diablo.
He would hunt down Witch Doctor.
Nope, wrong.
So the Witch Hunter specializes in having a lot of pistols. Like literally, he's got pistols all over himself, and one of his weapons is he fires a pistol, throws it away, grabs a new one. But he actually leaves a pile of pistols when he shoots.
Just constantly? Did he like spawn from like his bag of holding or something?
Yes.
Yeah, one of my favorite aspects of him is he has like a lunge attack with a rapier that you can use for headshots, so you can just keep stabbing all the rats in the head. It's pretty funny.
So the setting of this is the Warhammer universe, the fantasy Warhammer universe.
Yes.
This is it? But it's the end times. Is this the time when it's going to transition to be the Warhammer 40K universe, or whoa?
I believe the end times are like a thing that happened in their fiction, like kind of Crisis on Infinite Earth style, that has restarted the newest version of the tabletop game.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The new version of the tabletop game,
Lots of
remarkable for
rats.
having a bunch of rules that have made a lot of people who like their games to be serious very upset.
This is very fast paced. It does feel a lot like sort of Left 4 Dead pace.
It is, yeah.
Like the game has a lot. The board game, the tabletop game, has a lot of like.
Excuse me.
Cast all your rolls while standing up and speaking in an accent and pretending to ride a horse, and you get to roll an extra die. Something insane like that.
Wait, that was in what?
The new version of the Warhammer tabletop rules.
Holy crap, these guys just keep you're killing 3 or 4 with each blow, and they just keep coming.
It's a
Yes.
advantage of rats.
It's like
There's
a
lot
tide
of
of
them.
vermin.
If yeah,
It's almost.
Yes.
Okay, we got a gunner.
reminds me a little bit of like Dynasty Warriors almost.
Where is he?
He's dead.
Sheer
I
scale.
got him.
Man.
Oh, got a runner.
It's a hunter.
Jeffrey, could you rephrase that in terms of Dynasty Wars, but one of the ones where you play as a Gundam for me?
I don't think I can. No.
It's exactly the same, but you're a robot.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
What difficulty is this on? Normal?
Yeah. Yep.
What is you guys' opinion of the difficulty levels in this game? Like, is there a certain point where it's fun and a certain point where it's not fun anymore?
So
Right,
I've
there's a-
never played above normal.
There's a horde of storm vermin coming around.
They have 3 more difficulty levels above that. They have normal, hard, nightmare, and cataclysm. I'm also told that on nightmare and cataclysm they have friendly fire, which
Holy
is a
crap!
terrifying
shit.
prospect.
You're swinging these giant arcs, right?
Oh, yep.
Are you parrying?
Yes. So every melee weapon can block. Although ideally you'd actually dodge their attacks. You can actually dodge.
The dodging is better than parrying.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, you can block and then you can push them back, and it'll sort of knock all of them back a little bit,
so.
and you get a little bit of aggro.
The guys we were just fighting there were armored, which means that they're actually immune to most normal attacks.
So what do you have to do?
You either have to get headshots,
Slaver.
or you have to, sorry. You either have to get headshots, or you have to use a weapon that has the special ability armor piercing.
Oh wow!
So like my daggers by default don't armor pierce, but if I hold down the attack, I do this kind of overhand strike, and that one does pierce.
So does everyone have some armor piercing attack somewhere in their build?
I don't.
It depends on the weapon.
necessarily.
Some weapons don't have armor piercing attacks.
So you just have to back off and let your friends deal with it if there's an armor piercing.
Or go for
Yeah.
help.
Does
Or
the
the
class
headshots.
have a way of dealing other than headshots, or is it just...
Well, this is
Does what?
designed to be a team game, so
Sure.
someone's always supposed to on the team is always supposed to be able to handle that kind of stuff.
We
So
do
it's not
have-
necessarily that you can make a build of a character that I think doesn't have as good of a kit for destroying them, but
I don't know that the mage or the wizard actually has anything that's armor piercing.
He does, I believe. The staff you're using right now, the secondary.
Oh, it's armor.
Yeah.
So how much building of your characters do you do in this game? Like, is each class really flexible?
So basically, you really just have the choice of your primary weapon and secondary weapon. That's it. And then they have different abilities. So like, I'm using dual daggers on this guy. I also have the choice. I can have a sword, 2 swords, or a sword and a dagger.
So just different combinations of blades, basically.
But all their like basic attacks and charge attacks are different, and they have different mods. So like, I have a choice of several different bows. One poisons by default. One has a really fast fire rate. I'm using the longbow, which is a little bit slower to fire, but has armor penetration. So, yeah. But yeah, so like also they have different qualities of loot. So my daggers actually have a mod on them that says when I kill a guy, I have a chance to gain 30% increased attack speed.
Oh. So there's just like there's certain classes of weapons you learn how to use, but then each of the you might collect different versions of that weapon that have different special advantages.
Right, and they've got a crafting system where you can like salvage them into other weapons and combine them. So if you have like 5 basic items, you can combine them into an uncommon item. And
is there a big power curve, like you're ramping up the power of your character over time, or is it all basically the same power and it's just different interesting strategic options?
They do get slightly more powerful, but it doesn't seem to be super significant. So
the way the progression works is that after you beat a mission, you're rewarded with 1 loot item. So you don't loot anything while you're playing, it's just after the mission ends, you get loot. You roll die, and depending on how many die you successfully roll, you get better loot. And we'll see that at the end.
That's very tabletop feeling.
yeah, I mean you literally roll dice to get loot. So
do they actually like depict dice?
yes.
Yep.
So it's you start with 7 basic dice, but based on what you do in the mission, you can earn higher quality dice that have a higher chance to give you loot.
Oh, interesting. So we got Drac in the chat asked, "Are loot drops unique or shared in co-op?"
Each person gets 1 unique drop, or one.
Did you all get the same dice?
Column.
Yeah, we share whatever.
Hold on, we have to kill a rat ogre.
Go for it.
It's pronounced Roger?
No.
Ratoger.
Oh.
You're not helping, Ian.
Oh, okay. So I'm downed.
Oh.
So I have to. I have this bleed out bar in the bottom corner, and if no one helps me out before that, then I die.
Yep, same here.
Oh, is this about to go horribly, horribly wrong?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
No, Matthew's smart.
And you guys have a 4th like AI guy with you, right?
Yes, yeah. So it's always 4, and it's a bot replaced the 4th guy, and just like in Left 4 Dead or Payday, they're kind of dumb.
Oh, so this was the tank.
Yeah, this is the tank from Left 4 Dead, basically.
Like he even has the same standing on top of you punching you thing.
Okay, I'm gonna end this.
Thank you.
You certainly did.
Why'd you guys all take so much damage?
Shh.
So Drac asks, do you take damage from blocking, or is it?
You take stamina damage, so when you block, you'll notice these little shields in the middle. So when you block, those go away.
And then you can't block effectively until they come back?
Right.
Yeah, if those go away, you can't block anything. And if you're blocking and you shove, it costs some of the stamina.
Yeah, so there's all sorts of weird combinations of attacks. So, like, if I just click a bunch, my guy is kind of this flurry of blows. If I click and hold, I'll do this charge attack. If I right-click and hold, I'll block.
Well,
Attackmaster.
Is that the smoker?
Essentially.
Yeah.
He actually has to grab you.
The tongue guy.
Carries you off. But yes, he does carry you off into.
And Lewis, who is blood for?
What?
Who is blood for?
What are you talking about?
I'm not clear on who blood is for.
What? I don't know what
I
you're
don't
talking
understand
about.
what you're saying. What do you mean by blood?
Ah, shit.
For the blood god?
Oh, sure.
I've been grabbed, guys.
That's this game, right?
Yeah.
Up above on the rafters.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for those of you who just joined us, which is pretty much everybody, Mulprince asks who is with me here. So I've got Bryce Clark over here, Lewis Mohr right there, and Matthew Bozarth over there. And behind my head, where you can't see him, but you can hear him occasionally making snarky comments, is Ian Adams.
So.
Camera. Yeah, I'm here.
No,
Okay.
nope, you're not there. Nope.
Hey, there's a tone down there, guys.
Nope.
Oh, is there? Where?
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. So Bryce here is grabbing a tome, and when you pick up a tome, it replaces your healing slot item. But if you carry it to the end of the level, you get additional loot.
Well, you get a better die.
A better die. So
Yeah,
still
better.
only one item, but a better item.
Right.
You
So it's
always get exactly one. No more, no less. It's just you have a chance of getting better stuff if you've collected stuff throughout the mission.
Are you walking? Can you walk? Is that a thing?
Is it the shift key or something?
I can't sprint.
Is it because your item?
There's another. I'm not sure.
Do you want me
Med
to-
pack.
You want me to grab that?
I got it.
You got rat. Oh,
You've got red. Sounds like you've got movie sign.
Where's
or
the way
something.
up from here?
you just have to follow the walkway all the
It's
way.
over where I am, I think.
So this is basically a puzzle room. You
So I
just
had to
have
drop down twice for
Yeah,
materials.
you just have to stay on this walkway and get to the end. That's If you fall off, you have to start over.
Oh, you got a gas
Fiendish
rat?
puzzle.
Yes.
Never mind.
So a lot of these enemies are just basically one-shot kills, but
All the special enemies, with the exception of the rat ogre, can be killed in one hit if you hit them directly in the head with a powerful weapon.
Huh.
So I've got a single shot. I think it's called a harpicus.
Yes.
So
a harpicus?
Harpicus.
Harpicus.
With a B.
Ah.
But
So it's like an arquebus, but with an H.
like this guy. Oh, we knocked him down. I couldn't.
He jumped off. So. Oh, so as I was saying, so if you hold right click, you'll block. But if you click attack while you block, you'll push, which knocks enemies away from you. But also if you click and hold, you'll push and then stab. So like...
Well, that depends on...
And that's just for these
Your
weapons.
weapons.
Every weapon has different combinations of random stuff.
Oh, wow.
So like...
So you really, I mean, you have to kind of experiment, like oh,
Yeah.
look, some new weapons. I'm going to go play in an easy level for a bit and figure out what's going on.
Right, so I mean each class has like between like 3 and 5 weapons. So it's not like, once you learn those 5,
For
it's
range,
pretty
yeah,
obvious.
melee.
Yeah. So like the wizard, they have different staves that change what fancy skills they use. Or okay, we're
Maybe
just
not blow up. Well, maybe not.
Drac, to answer your question, Ian is not building a model. He's just working on some ramen right now.
Yeah. When my ramen's done, I'm gonna go work on the Wally Lego kit, though.
Yeah, Ian's been building that for days.
do we just not care about this dwarf? Okay.
There's be too many
Every
rats to
time
care
I
about
went
the
to
dwarf.
Wesem, someone would hit me.
Okay, are we going that way? There's a chest. So, yeah, chests have a chance to have a loot die, which will upgrade a die.
Hey, so
But you
do I
should
look
do.
like I'm on fire right now? No, it doesn't do it.
No.
Yeah, I'm actually overheated and I'm waiting for it to cool down.
Okay. So one thing about these levels is that these are very maze-like. Like, there's no obvious forward, but
It is fairly linear, though.
Like
in most maps.
once you learn it, though, you've learned it. Is there, or do they change up the layout in any way?
they seem to be pretty static.
Yeah, the layout stays the same. They do have a sort of direct.
Uh-oh, does anybody have a bomb? We got some...
Run.
I don't have a
No,
bomb.
we don't have to fight those guys.
Run,
away.
run.
Where are we gonna sit?
I don't know. Anywhere.
Dwarf shot him. We're-
Yeah, okay. Good job, dwarf.
So these guys don't necessarily see you, and so if they don't see you, you can run away.
Looks like you got it covered.
Ooh.
Oh. Dwarf's not doing too well, but...
So, like, most weapons do more damage if you get a headshot, but certain weapons do bonus damage if you get a headshot. So, like, these daggers actually do bonus damage with a headshot. So, a lot of times that's why you'll see me run up to a guy and just hit him, and his head will just pop off.
That's, yeah. When they just stand there and bleed for a while and then stumble forward, that's
Yep.
great.
Yeah, the dismemberment in this game is pretty satisfying.
Can you shoot off their hair?
Oh, got a runner.
Got a runner.
Mark it.
Drac wonders if you guys have encountered any weapons that just, any, like, character builds that just feel useless. Like, maybe they're, you know, they're just not good for team play. They're maybe too solo-focused, or...
So...
No, I mean, it's always 4 characters. Like, if you don't have a person playing, a bot takes over.
Yeah. So the cool thing is that, like, if I find a really cool hammer for my dwarf, and then I play as the elf, say it's single player, the dwarf character in my game will be using that hammer.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
So-
you're playing with your 4 guys or whatever.
Yeah, whatever you had last equipped for those guys, that's what they'll have. So that's kind of cool because, you know, they're bots, and so they can actually get headshots pretty well. So, like, I'll give...
Computers are pretty good at that.
Where? Oh. Yeah, the gutter runners will vanish if you get too close. I don't have audio here, so I'm kind of fighting a little bit blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all sort of make interesting sounds. All the special guys.
Yeah, everybody's playing with a little bit of a handicap here because I've got this whole crazy, weird, convoluted Twitch stream put together, and these guys are not playing under their optimal conditions.
Okay.
How is the solo experience, by the way?
It's not bad. So the AI is
Another runner.
not smart. Like, they will get stuck on stuff, and they'll sit there and do nothing while you bleed out. They won't complete objectives, so it's... yeah.
So if somebody, say you're me and you have no friends, would you still recommend them checking out this game?
I would say so, just because on the off chance you do play with a friend, it's going to be a lot of fun. But you notice like the dwarf is going down a lot because he's dumb.
If I never had any friends to play with, I would probably not pick up this.
There's a pack rat.
Oh, okay, so these guys are treasure goblins.
So they'll improve your loot if you take them out?
Did you just knock the bag off the edge?
No,
I shot
it's right
him.
here.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
I got you. Or the dwarf got you.
We did get the die.
Yeah.
So that would make me really sad.
Also,
So-
Geoffrey, you have friends.
That's true. My actual problem is a scheduling problem. It's hard for me to to commit to playing games for people with people for hours because the kids might need me at any given moment. Last night I actually did play co-op Halo 5 with a friend for a few hours, which was pretty fun.
We got medical supplies here.
I got my potion.
Okay, so medical stuff.
I'm getting grabbed.
Yes.
How does your health work?
Okay, so you have a normal health bar that just goes down as you get hit. It does not regenerate by default. There are 2 healing items in the game. There is a health potion and a health medicinal supplies. It's like a little packet. What the potion will heal, I believe, 25% of your health, and the other one will heal more the lower health you are.
So interesting.
So they don't really tell you that.
I could have probably used that.
The game doesn't actually
You
tell
greedy
you a whole
jerk.
lot of anything. If there's one thing it needs a tutorial or just an explanation of basic mechanics.
Yeah, Reddit has a great thread that's like you read it, you're like, holy crap, I did not know any of this.
Yeah, I was I streamed Kingdom on Monday, and it's one of those games where like most of the game is figuring out how the game works, and so I played a few sessions of it, and and I was trying things and they weren't working, and then I watched a video of somebody else playing and picked up a lot of stuff that I hadn't figured out before on my own. Like I kept thinking that I needed to have to build slowly and start with fewer guys. It turns out I actually needed to go the opposite direction and get as many guys as I possibly could. And
Oh no!
it's hard to figure that stuff out. So when you fall off the edge, you just cling and somebody can come and save you.
Yep.
That's pretty cool, actually.
He actually got knocked off by a vermin.
Yeah, he shoved me. He blocked my attack and then shoved me, and I didn't do well.
So are the enemies all rats all the time?
Yep. So
The dwarf was downed.
there's some suggestion near the end of the game that there might be undead and chaos, but I don't know if that's alluding to a future game or just story.
Like expansions or something?
So
Yeah.
we're on a sort of like little mini.
Guys, anybody behind us?
So you're trying to get barrels into slots?
Yeah, so there's certain highlighted points that you just throw the barrel into, sticks, and so you have to get the other one.
So it's like right now it's like you and Bryce Lewis are doing like totally different things. Like Bryce is in the middle of a pitched battle and you're carrying a barrel up a staircase.
Yes, so there's these explosive barrels, and if you get hit while you're carrying one, it explodes. Well,
Oh.
it actually ignites and then explodes.
So you've got to have Bryce holding off the enemies from you completely.
Yeah, you can potentially all grab a barrel, but that's
It doesn't
gonna...
explode immediately. There's a fuse.
Can it take a few hits, or is it?
It takes
there's a
one-
fuse that-
Takes one hit and then there's some time. And if you get it to the goal before it blows up, then you're fine.
Yeah.
I've never actually done that.
Yeah, I've actually thrown a lit barrel into an objective, and it's...
Yeah, so have I. It works. Okay,
So-
looks like that's it.
So when you're fighting somebody, Lewis, and I see a bunch of things catching on fire, is that
Rats.
just Matthew behind you shooting them?
Yes.
Okay.
There's
now and then it looks like you have fire powers, but
So that sounds bad.
That does sound bad.
escape?
That sounds like a rat ogre. Where do we go?
up here, up the hill.
Let's do it quickly.
There's medicine over here also.
Slaver,
and ammo.
slaver.
Okay, yeah. Run!
Set free?
You guys okay?
I'm
There's a
slightly
lot of
stuck.
rats.
I'm having
Try to
trouble.
runner.
Alright, I'm coming.
Okay.
Lewis is loose.
I'm gonna use a healing thing right now. So the healing things also take time to heal. The potions are pretty quick.
Don't forget to collect all those tomes.
Did we? Oh, you
Where
dropped
they
it?
are.
I got it. I had to pick it back up.
Oh, okay.
It's just using a medical pack.
Yeah. So the tomes you can drop them, and
To pick up healing stuff if you need it?
right. Also, but
I like that decision, by the way, like being able to basically you give up some of your resilience in order to get more crap.
So
Yeah.
one of the other things you can pick up is a grimoire.
Uh-huh.
and that
completely
takes
different than
up-
a tome.
From a tome, right?
Yeah, it's different from the tome. It takes up your second slot which is sort of a potion, and you can use potions per boss, but it takes up your potion slot. And it also reduces everyone's health by 30%.
Everyone?
Everyone on the team. And there's 2 per level.
Many rats behind us.
So you kind of have to agree that it's a good time to carry one of those.
But the thing is, once you pick it up, you can't put it down. You can only destroy it.
Oh, really? Oh, you can't, like... But the tome, you can drop it and pick it up again if you need to?
I died.
You died.
Dead, or?
No,
Mostly dead?
you res me.
Did you blow up die? At least die cool.
No.
At least
Someone
die cool.
Someone wasn't protecting my back is what was going on.
The first time you fought a crowd of these guys, it seemed like it was really easy. I'm getting more and more scared for you as time goes on.
Yeah, there's definitely an escalation. Like, the longer you take in a level, the scarier it gets.
Is that a monster you're going to set free?
No,
Oh
that's...
god, guys, I got
So,
surrounded by a
If you
wave.
die and bleed out, then you just show up later in the level.
Oh, just like the closets in Left 4 Dead?
Yeah. Survivor closets.
Okay, we're getting out of here?
If they surround you and prevent you from moving, it can get really bad. Like, I was pretty full health, and then they came out of the
We're
walls on
free!
both sides of me.
I totally lost track of the chat. This game is just really engaging.
So that was one of the special rats. It was a poison grenadier.
We got a
He throws giant poison clouds.
Drac was wondering if the game gets unplayable at higher difficulty levels when you're soloing.
So,
Probably. The bots
Yeah.
aren't the smartest.
from what I read online, because I've never actually played these hard difficulty levels, is that a basic rat will kill you in like 4 hits.
At the highest difficulty level?
Yeah, at least or in the harder ones.
Wow.
And so the game is a lot more about parrying and making sure that you're blocking.
Can you even block 9 rats that are attacking you?
So
Yeah,
this, you block and you
one, you
push.
shove all of them back. You do a couple hits. You block one, you shove all of them back.
So your stamina comes back pretty fast.
Yep.
Okay, so every mission ends at this wagon. There's this lady sits up there and runs it. Oh god.
Screw you guys. We're going in the wagon.
Lewis has already said screw you guys. I'm in the way.
Oh no! I mean, help me, I'm stuck. There's a bunch of rats out there. You should come inside the wagon where there's not as many rats.
Hey, dwarf.
At this point, you close the door and say screw you, NPC.
exactly what we're gonna do.
Nice. So a question for the chat, by the way. How is it? So right now, all I can see is my sort of big screen version of this. How is this coming across? Can you guys follow the action when we got these, these 2 different monitors? Is this legible to you guys? Somebody in here suggested that we should play Broforce this way sometime, which might be kind of fun. But
So here's the loot thing.
okay, loot, please. Tell me.
So they have your little chart here on the side. So these are the different quality levels of dice. And the symbols next to it refer to how many sides have a mark. So every side either
so
has a mark or it
there's a
doesn't.
guarantee in that. Okay.
Right, so
I heard you guys were playing Kill 10 Rats.
yes.
Yep.
It's more like
Kill-
1,000.
Yeah. So okay, so rolled. So what did I get here?
So
Okay.
Brant's here, by the way, everybody.
Oh, not for long. I'm just.
So I got
I think you
3.
should poke your head on the camera, though.
Yeah, so
No.
Okay.
the items I could have gotten were over here, but it went for me, and I rolled a 3. So I had a yellow die, 2 white dice, and these cursed die, and so I got a new a True Flight longbow. I don't quite know what that is.
And then Bryce got an Imperial Harquebus.
And this is if I unlock this trait through the forge, it'll give me that effect. 5 to 15% chance to split into 2 projectiles.
Oh, nice.
So it's got a little post-game screen
One of them
here.
still on target, I assume, and the other one goes off in a random direction.
So it looks like I got the most kills. Yes. Damage dealt. So let's see. Ooh, but range kills. Matthew got that clearly because he's the wizard.
I had the most headshots. And Storm
Yes.
Vermin kills.
He also had the most damage taken.
No, that's the least. I was the best at that.
Damage taken. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, each one is saying.
Because you're standing in the back like a mage.
All right. Yeah. Doesn't count the bots.
Like a mage.
So we're gonna go back to the inn.
How much time do we have?
We got about another half hour. So you just spent the first half hour, and we got the other half hour.
Okay.
So
That was a long one. There are shorter missions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe the short one would probably be a good idea.
Okay. We'll do Waterfront's pretty short.
Drac asks if the tomes disappear over time if somebody has to drop it, or is it just stay there forever?
So all the tomes are located at specific locations in the map. They're not randomly. So if you know where they are, you eventually can find them all. If you drop them, they just stay there forever. Yeah. The Grimoires don't do that. The Grimoires
they're random. Like you don't know where they're going to
no,
be.
the Grimoires are in specific places, but if you drop them or attempt to use them, they just go away forever.
Gotcha. Attempt to use them.
So to give you a way to ditch them, like, okay, we can't handle this health penalty, you can pretend to use it because it goes into your like potion slot.
Oh, right. So you just use the potion and then
it goes
away.
And it's gone. So, yeah. But the Grimoires, if you get them all the way there, you get a loot die that's a guaranteed chance.
Gotcha.
So it's very much a risk-reward
Yeah.
thing. And it's nice that you don't have to deal with the loot in the middle of the mission. You only get it at the
Yeah,
end.
you're not
so
like,
there's no
quick,
distraction.
collect everything!
You're like, hold on, guys. Let me read the stats on this new weapon, see if I want to switch out.
So, are the missions timed? Like if Matthew needed to cool down, could you all just stop and just wait for that? Or are guys going to spawn all the time?
So they tend to spawn the small trickle of guys. There's also occasionally the Vermintide, which is literally what they call it, where you'll hear drums and all of a sudden rats will start pouring from everywhere.
Gotcha.
Just like some other games.
They shall remain unnamed.
So, like, if I look at my weapons here, like, I've got these different bows here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using the Moonspring bow, which has two mods. One is chance to replenish ammo when I kill an enemy, and the other is increased movement speed. These are the basic items. So I believe you start out with this one. It's the Swift bow. So you can tell that compared to my current weapon, it does a lot less damage, but its attack speed is way up.
Gotcha. Okay, so they are still like there's trade-offs even between like the very first bow you get and
Right. And so there's also this Hagbane Swift bow, which is similar to the Swift bow, except it also does poison.
Oh.
But apparently
hags hate poison.
Yes, but it can't get headshots apparently.
Oh.
I mean, it'll do more damage on a headshot, but this will do bonus damage on a headshot. I believe.
Oh, so it's not like it can't do headshots to like bypass armor or anything like that.
So headshots on the armored guys will always bypass armor.
Okay.
But it's just harder to get them. But if you have a weapon with headshot, it does bonus damage when you get a headshot.
Yeah, so like this crossbow I have has headshot and armor penetration on normal attacks and also on ranged attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think this is the one he has. So these are pretty.
Probably.
Yeah, so like this pistol here has no armor penetration or mods at all.
Okay, I can see that.
So headshots are always good. You can get headshots with ranged weapons, also melee weapons.
But certain weapons just do a lot better at it.
It's generally the faster, more agile ones.
Drac asked about matchmaking. Is that viable? Does it?
Yeah, I've had some luck with it. You know, it's when you're. So this is the map screen where you choose the map.
What is the map? There's like a server browser button. I don't remember what it is.
Oh.
This may be news to you. It's one of many undocumented features.
Yeah, so you can choose any specific mission. You can choose what difficulty you want to do on. You can also choose the any button, which will match make you with anything. It'll try to put you in a game where you can play as the character you're currently selected as. If it finds a game where you can't, it'll bring up a little thing saying, hey, these characters are already in use. Pick a different character.
How many characters are there compared to the 4 slots?
There are 5.
So any given team could have any 4 from these? So the last person doesn't have the decision made for them, basically.
Well, they had a choice between 2.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like they're not stuck with just one.
And you generally want someone who's going to be more tanky, who can sort of survive some hits and do some crowd control and knock guys back. So a dwarf with a shield, or the soldier with a shield. But you don't need to. You can play the soldier with a 2-handed hammer, which is a huge, slow, sweeping attack where you can crush guys with it. It's one of the few weapons that does armor penetration on its basic attack.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do Waterfront, which is a pretty quick map.
I'm taking a two-handed sword this time too.
Okay.
The lobby browser is L, by the way.
Oh. Okay. 3.
Yeah, things that you don't have to do in the middle of the action, I don't mind if they just do it by the initial letter of the function. Like, yeah, but it drives me crazy when people try to match up the name of a function with the letter.
I mean, like StarCraft?
When you're like in the heat of battle or something, you're like, okay, wait, what does the thing I'm doing start with?
Is it stop? Is it halt? Is it hold ground? Is it?
Yes, exactly.
Is it run away?
I'd rather like test my linguistic abilities by choosing a conveniently placed key and then making up a name for it. then yeah.
Well, I think they fixed the bug. I don't know. Sometimes the character that's in the corner here will just vibrate like crazy for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, that's amazing. I was playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate the other day, and an entire cutscene played with both of my characters invisible. But whenever they picked up and carried something, that showed up.
Okay, so this mission is pretty simple. There's a warehouse right there, and there's a warehouse right there that we need to go in and blow up.
Both of them.
Yep.
Poison.
So let's go to the right first.
Oh, no, it's
Could
the
you
one
all
down
decide,
there.
like, 2 of you go to one and 2 of you go to the other?
You could, but because of the gutter runners, which pounce on you and do that in the pack runners, it's usually a really bad idea to split up.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it's kind of the strategy is kind of like move as fast as you can while staying together.
Yeah, so that's something the kind of thing that somebody would like challenge themselves to do, and fail at it like 20 times
The
before they
special
lucked out.
guys, like, there's just nothing you can do if they grab you and you're by yourself, so...
So also the loot die.
Gunner behind us.
Okay, so where?
Dead.
Okay, so the gunners, which we've been very quick to take out, but they basically stand there with a minigun, and they pick one person in your party, and they start unloading on them. And so that means that they can run away while other people fight them. But if they stay in the line of sight, bad things are going to happen. So this one is kind of similar to that mission we did.
Oh, we gotta deposit the barrels.
Yeah, if you're really clever, you can actually throw them from where they are into the location, which is kind of neat. But you can also miss and they go down the pit, which is bad.
Do you can you permanently fail the mission if
No.
that-
They respawn more before.
Yeah, once they're all gone, they'll respawn them. So
it's more having them land in an inconvenient place but not lose them that's the problem?
If you guys keep throwing them down, I'll keep loading them up.
Oh, I love that. You know, you could basically like make a almost a volunteer fire department line
Yeah.
of these things.
ah, come on.
Someone hit one of them.
It's a,
Oh, quick, put it in there, quick.
What's that?
What?
What's that sound?
That's the sound of a bunch of guys pouring out of the hole in the middle.
Oh, come on.
is there falling damage in this game?
There is. It's kind of exponential,
That
so
mini
like
gunner.
most of the time it doesn't matter, and then occasionally you're like, oh shit, I'm
Oh, there
dead.
he is.
Oh, somebody needs to get up there. Oh, I guess I can do it.
You are the, what is it, wayfinder?
Way watcher.
Way watcher.
And you
Gunner
got a
runner.
guy.
Gun a runner behind you. Oh, gun a runner on top of me.
Well, that guy can jump pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually, if you're looking right at them and you know they're going to jump you, you can use the sidestep dodge, because there is actually a small dodge mechanic in the game.
Yeah, if you hold space and then hit to the side, you'll dodge.
Just the side, you can't jump back.
No, you can do back
You
as
can
well.
do back.
We need
Not
one more,
forward.
guys.
Yeah, I got it. Here, I'll throw it down in the
Fling.
middle. So this one's a little tricky to put in because it's in the middle. But on the far side for me, there's a little branch that sticks out.
A little branch that sticks out.
Yeah, you got it. See? Okay, so once this blows up, this door's going to open up over here.
And rats will come out, I imagine?
No, we go out.
Oh, okay. So this is you blowing up, that was blowing up the warehouse?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yep, let's go. So I don't want to jump over there yet because if I get like grabbed by a packmaster, then it's hard to save me.
Or if there's like one person remaining and they get grabbed and we can't jump back, it's like a one-way exit.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah, like this guy.
Oh!
Thank you.
Somebody shoot him? Is that
Yeah. Heal up, grab another piece. You can't really tell, but the characters will actually call out when they see stuff. So they'll be like, medicine here. And
Oh, nice.
they'll actually help with navigation. So they'll be like, it's a dead end, or follow me, this is the right way. So it's obviously a little hard to. Okay, so now we want to head over there, but, you know. So there's still, like, so all these chests, like, they can have the loot die. We already picked up one.
Yeah.
But there's 2 in every level, I believe. But sometimes they may be carried by a pack rat, or a sack rat.
A sack rat.
Yes, I think they're sack rats. Because there's pack masters and there's sack rats. So,
Whoever was naming all these guys was having a lot of fun.
yeah.
Not all of them are official names.
Yeah, I don't think the sack rats show up in the normal game. But rattling gunners definitely do.
We made the normal game. You mean like Warhammer?
Sorry. Yeah, Warhammer Fantasy. I own a unfortunate number of dwarves. Come back! Okay.
Red Warrior
There's a
needs
bomb up
food
here if you want
badly.
it. Over here with me.
I got it.
Lewis bravely forges ahead.
Without my team. They do have they have an option actually to turn on the green outlines for
Just
players.
all the time, so you can
Yeah,
see.
which is super useful.
Yeah, I turned that on. There's some behind us.
I got it.
So does the green outline usually show up when they're just blocked by an obstacle?
Yeah. Unfortunately, like the my guy has which one is it? Has this fur thing on his back. Which
Yeah.
is super confusing when you first start playing. You're like, it's a furry thing, stab it! And you're like, oh no, that's my teammate. Never mind. Okay, it's all good. Also the dwarf, he's so short. You're like, there's a short thing running around. Okay, so this is kind of the other so there's the barrel placing mechanic.
Yeah.
So this is kind of their other major mechanic that they use, which is destroy the pillar.
Is it a hack at something?
Yep. Come on, oh jeez.
That's not a pillar, that's a rat.
Yeah.
Hack that too. This dwarf is super useful.
The dwarf is fun because he's tanky, and you can also shoot over his head and get headshots. Okay, so this thing here... too many rats.
Okay, I see
Pushing
a
me
tiny
out of the
health
way.
bar.
So that's...
Did that crush you? Oh no.
No.
Okay. I saw a dead rat body next to it as soon as it fell, and so I was like, what happened?
So there's 4 of those in this area, so once we break all 4 of them,
Medical
we
supplies.
escape, and then we can just leave.
So the shove is also very useful. If there's a ledge, you can just shove rats off the ledge. They also take fall damage.
Pack you start. Oh, cool, you got him.
So you got to do that several times.
Yeah, there's 4 pillars in this map. We've already got 3 of them. Last one's up here. There's also, so we haven't been using these much, but there's potions that you can pick up that give you either a strength or a speed bonus. The strength bonus is super useful for these. You can take them out in like 3 hits.
Oh wow.
So I'll be using my charge attack over and over again.
So does it help you like out of proportion with the amount of damage it does to enemies? Like,
I think it just also does bonus damage in general to enemies. So
I mean, when you have that on, are you basically just annihilating enemies?
yeah. Although
Once you use one of those potions, like your whole screen changes color, and you just feel super badass.
How long does it last?
15 seconds, I think.
Yeah, it's very short.
So I actually unlocked a trinket at one point, which I still have, but it means that whenever I use one of those potions, it applies to my entire team, but doesn't last as long.
Oh, interesting.
So they have some sort of like game-changing little trinket things you can equip.
Wow. And that's in addition to your normal 2 weapons.
Yep.
And the nice thing, well, you don't have just normal 2 weapons. Like, there's multiple weapon types for each class, so you can really change the way a class plays, whether you're using, like, the Witch Hunter's Rapier and offhand pistol, or there's Y-hander, 2-handed sword.
So right now we're waiting for the ship to show up.
So that's a rat swarm.
Yeah.
I think Lewis might be isolated.
No, they're right
Oh,
here.
good.
They're slow.
What is attacking me?
I think I killed it. Whatever it was.
They actually climb up out of the ground. So that's one thing, is that there's no safe places. Like in Left 4 Dead, you can kind of hole up in places. Here they'll literally crawl out of the walls and ground.
The dwarf is a
To get
lost
to you.
cause.
You'll see them running around the rooftops and stuff and jumping down.
Is there a penalty for leaving somebody dead?
Yeah.
There's an experience penalty for every person that doesn't make it through at the end of the game.
What does experience do?
I think it unlocks slots
Oh,
and gear.
let's
Yep.
go. Can we just go?
The boat's
No,
not here
it's
yet.
not here.
Oh
So
no!
survive until.
That was a bomb. There's bombs lying around, and you can throw them. They're bombs.
They're just lying around. Like you can,
Yep.
anybody can pick them up and use them.
Yep. There's 2 kinds. There's incendiary and explosive. I like the explosive ones a little better, but I think they look cooler.
Whoa!
The
Bryce is
explosive
getting
ones
knocked
are better
around.
against the commandos. flame is not quite as good.
Woo!
Nice.
Got him.
So why didn't we just do that the other day?
What?
We were doing the black powder mission on hard. We
Oh.
failed like 7 times in a row. Every time the rat ogre came out, we died.
Come on. Boat's here. All aboard!
So Rattling Gunner I had to take care of first.
Yeah, so that's one thing is that you don't actually get any benefits for killing enemies. Like there's
You might as well leave them behind and just run.
yeah, so like especially those marching guys, like if you can avoid them, it's usually in your best interest just because
Yeah, there's no
Which is super cool.
intrinsic
You get
value to
XP,
killing
but
the
it's
rats.
based on progression through the level, not.
Not in it.
For
Which
killing
makes sense because I mean yeah, if the whole idea of this is that there's a million like an endless tide of enemies, what's the point of killing more
So
of them?
these
right?
are the items I get. So the top 3 are blue, the middle one's green, and then the bottom 4 are normal. So so the number I roll
the number of
equals higher.
marks gets you higher and higher
So
on
I
that
got
list.
4, so it's going to go up 4 spots, and I'll get a green sword.
And if you play on a higher difficulty, the colors slide down. And
Oh,
it actually adds
interesting.
orange to the top.
Yeah,
So
this-
higher difficulty gives you an opportunity, makes it easier to get better weapons.
That's very and I like how clear it is about the probability. It's like you know the probability by just looking at the way this works. It's not like it's not obfuscated.
It's
which is
very
nice.
clean and elegant. I like this system a lot.
So I got a sword that replenishes my ammo when I kill an enemy, which is a little weird. But, you know. Yeah, so you can also take 5 of any one kind of, or any quality of item and forge it to a new random item. So
Of that same class or just random
if
completely?
if all the 5 items are of the same class, it'll create one of the same class. Otherwise, it's random.
Wow.
So
So if you always get really terrible rolls, you'll eventually be able to just make
Mulch
one.
them into something
Brute
else.
Force.
so this is the forging system. So you can put 5 of the same item, turn it into a cool item. You can upgrade it, which is how you unlock these. Normally when you get an item,
Like it'll say that it's got a couple of mods on it, but there you go. Those
so
are-
it says it's a 15 to 20% chance, and then once I unlock it, that gets rolled.
oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
it might be 15%, it might be 20, I don't know. I don't have any materials right now. I could probably unlock it, but
Is the degree of that? Is it usually
So
a
like
pretty small range?
So like on my screen here, I've got 5 whites that I'm going to trade in for a green, a random green.
Oh, so it'll give you an upgrade.
Yeah,
Oh,
and so I
that's
got
nice.
something I'm not super excited about.
So you can do 5 greens into a blue and 5 blues into an orange.
what'd you get?
Another Harbicus.
Oh, okay.
Harmicus.
It's a
I think
green
I
one,
have
right?
one of every weapon.
Harkobus.
Almost.
Harkobus.
So you can sort of like looking at your loot. I can see how many times you've played the game at the minimum. I mean,
Yeah.
discounting having forged stuff.
Yeah. At least that many times.
Yeah, so you can also salvage them. So like I've got all these 3 righteous hatchets. I don't really need that many hatchets, so I can salvage it and get these things here, which are used to unlock them.
To unlock the mods.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to trade in 5 greens that I haven't really been using to get a blue. I haven't actually gotten a blue before, so
What's it happen?
let's see if it's
Hey,
something.
everybody.
Oh god. The last thing I wanted, it was this.
Dwarf and double-barreled shotgun.
Yeah, which I don't really play the dwarf, so it doesn't do me any good.
Equip
What
it,
mods
see what
is-
it looks like.
What mods do you get?
Mods. So 80 to 100% chance of penetrating 1 additional target,
That's pretty good.
and reloading this weapon 50% faster.
That's also pretty good.
It's actually a really solid weapon.
Equip that weapon.
Change my class. Let's get out to the light.
That's a big gun. So when I was playing Halo 5...
Is that your
Whoa.
boomstick?
I was playing Halo 5 last night. One of the characters shows up with like a unique shotgun that's apparently called Oathkeeper, and you can't use any of the shotgun ammo you find in the world. You can't. It's different from every other shotgun, and there's no explanation in the game for why this person has a special shotgun called Oathkeeper. But once I had it, I was like, I wasn't willing to trade it out for any other weapons because I was like, I swore an oath. So this reminds me of Oathkeeper. I think I'd have to keep that. So we only have like 9 minutes left. So it feels like we probably shouldn't get started with a new mission.
Now the missions are all like 20 to 40 minutes. The ones we played weren't The first one had tomes, right?
I don't remember.
There's full missions and short missions, and the short missions don't have tomes.
Yeah.
So like in the same level, they'll just have fewer objectives or something?
Yeah,
No,
so
it's
some of
different
these,
levels,
some of
depending on
these,
which level you look at.
some of these missions here have shield icons, and some have these little cross icons.
Uh-huh.
So some of them are side missions. Yeah, so all the cross ones are side missions, and the shield ones are main story missions. The main stories have grimoires and tomes. The other ones don't.
Did these unlock in a certain order?
There's a group of like half of them, like these half, show up initially, and then once you've completed that, then you unlock the next half.
Well,
Okay.
the first one is the only one that shows up at the start.
Oh, okay.
You only have one mission.
I guess the story missions unlock in progression. I don't know. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say because when I first started playing, someone else was choosing the missions, and so I didn't see them unlock. But because I participated, they unlocked for me. And so the first time I looked at this, it was like half full.
Oh,
But they do unlock in a certain order.
have
and
all
they
of you
do
played
get
all of the
harder.
missions now?
No,
I've played all of them.
I haven't yet.
yeah, no, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
And once you're good enough to beat it on normal, you don't really want to play it on easy because you're not going to get as good loot.
Yeah.
So you play it on the harder difficulty. And then the other night we wanted to try and play one on hard.
We chose a
You know,
bad one, I
better
think.
loot. So we did it like 7 times and never won. And so instead of getting like 7 whites that we could have turned in for something, we got nothing.
We also had 2 like brand new players that we probably shouldn't have thrown into a hard match.
You know, I had a coworker at an old company who used to play Mass Effect 3 with him, and he insisted on playing on the highest possible difficulty level to get the absolute best loot, except that we would fail pretty often. I'm like, I don't mind getting crappier loot if I actually get loot, you know?
Right. I mean, also because you can combine white items. Oh, that's that's Windows.
Okay.
It's highlighting the cursor for you.
Oh, good. Thanks, Windows.
Yeah. So
I
like,
was wondering where it was.
so let's see. Yeah. So right now I've got. This is the Imperial Soldier. So this is the two-handed sword.
Yeah.
So if I do a charge attack, is a big swipe thing,
That's what I was using last round.
and then
You don't have a lot of follow through.
yeah, it's a little weird.
Usually, if you charge it up just the right amount, you'll kill every rat in front of you.
Yeah. And then
The charge
The
attacks like
two-handed
get more
hammer is
powerful.
also very
so
powerful.
That's a fun rifle,
Yeah.
but his other ranged weapons are also quite fun. So this is his default weapon. It's a blunderbuss. So it just nukes everything in front of you. But then he also has
I'm gonna control your game.
Okay.
the Imperial Repeater, excuse me, which is basically a handheld Gatling gun. So by default, you can just shoot several times, but if you hold down the button, you'll spin the barrel, and then when you shoot, you'll shoot like a madman.
I really like the pistol that does that. I think it's the Witch Hunter.
Yeah.
You'll just fire all of the shots in one burst and just wreck an entire group of rats.
Okay, so wow, this really isn't. Yeah, so hold the right trigger, I bring up the shield, and if I click during it, I push away.
Yep.
If I click, I swing with that. But if I hold the left, the left trigger, the left.
Your shield bash.
By the way.
For some
That
reason, the
gets it.
shield bash is armor penetrating.
Is it an armor penetrating shield bash?
Yes.
Awesome.
What? So it doesn't really
they're
matter
being
if you wear
penetrated
armor.
with armor,
Yeah.
and then
So
is
also
there-
like some of them, if you try right clicking or so block, and then do a charge attack.
You can't
I
do
think
that.
this one doesn't
Okay.
do
You
anything
can't
special.
charge while blocking.
You can with the elf.
Really?
Yep. I discovered that today.
Thank you for explaining how the game works. They really, really need some sort of
Yeah.
this is how the game works.
Yeah. So this is the block, and if I just do this, I shove. If I shove and hold, he follows up.
Oh,
with
he blocks and then stabs. Oh, that's very cool. It's also like the Witch Hunter, if you're using the rapier, he has a pistol that he can shoot with.
Yes, but it's the only weapon in the entire game that uses mouse 4.
Yeah.
So if you have
people don't have.
you have a sword, if you hit mouse 4, your guy will shoot once, and it's no other weapon uses that button.
It's the only melee weapon that has ammo, and I didn't know what it does. It's like, why does my sword have ammo?
Yeah. So
I thought
If
for a while
you
it
want
was
to try a
just break.
different class, you hit escape to choose your class, or I to change your
bye,
weapon.
Bryce.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So I actually, because the the backseat driver thing is about to start. We should probably just say goodbye. But yeah, so thank you everybody for being here, and thanks for helping us with this weird experiment where we're trying to stream a co-op game in the best way we could. So we learned a lot from this process, and we're gonna keep trying stuff like this. So keep coming back, and thanks for your help. And I am going to alt tab out of here so that I can awkwardly end our broadcast. So goodbye.